Alright guys, welcome to Josh's Bees. This is day 16 of the new hive. We're going to do an inspection and look for them drawing out more frames of comb and look for some capped brood today. Nothing on that frame yet, which I didn't really expect to see. Nothing really on that one yet, so we'll move it over. Got some bees on that one, but nothing really drawn out. Got a little bit of wax drawn that side, a little bit on this side. Well, we got a lot of burr comb going on here. Part of this is training them to draw. Come on, get off there. Draw it where we want them to draw it, and not everywhere else. Off there. Because you see, they were drawing it down off the frame, and that's not what we want them to do. Yeah, I see cap brood in there. I don't know if y'all can see or not, but the cells right here that have got caps on them, that's capped brood. That's where she's laid eggs, and she's drawn out, laid eggs, and they've actually gone in there and capped the cells. So that's good. Get this burr comb off of here. That concerns me. They're drawing out a little bit, but it's just because they just draw and wax like crazy. And that was over the top there. Get in there. Same with this piece. You know, what y'all doing here? Why are y'all putting... These are gentle bees. They are... David is not kidding when he talks about how gentle stock these are. Come on, baby, get off there. There, we can see better. They're trying to draw out these pieces of comb on top of other pieces, trying to train them to draw just on the frames. They stick together here. There's cap cells on that frame, but the same thing, they're kind of making a mess here. So we can't fix some of this up. This is not stuck underneath. Now y'all drawing all this out like this. I know it's spring and season, but y'all are making a mess here. Come on, man. Trying to hurt y'all. Just simply trying to clean y'all up a little here. Now, and they've actually drawn honey. That's what this white here in the top corner. They've kind of drawn out fresh comb there, and looks like they're filling it with a little bit of nectar. Get off, baby. They've drawn out that real good, but they're making a mess. Get all this stuff. Come on, get down there. You can see on this side, they're drawing out wax there on the foundation. So they're starting to draw that out. We're gonna turn you all around like that. See if that don't help matters out a little bit. And then this frame, it's just got a few bees on one side. Not too much going on there. Be good to me, guys. There we go. Leaf out of y'all's way there. Okay. Alright. I think y'all do need some sugar water, so I'm going to get up some sugar. Get on both of these guys. Y'all are drawing the nectar, but it ain't enough. Let's look at some of these here. It's just some wax they've drawn out. I'm looking at it to see if I see any signs of eggs, and I don't, which is good on this. But if we keep this burr comb cleaned off, that will be better in the long run, because this is just going to get in our way of maintaining the hive. Look at that fresh wax. I mean, that is fresh, brand new wax. That's what they do this time of year when nectar's plentiful, and especially new hives when we're substituting with sugar water. See a little bit of nectar in that one. See the shininess down in there? That's nectar. Sugar water will be clear. I mean, clear as water. Nectar, however, it's going to have a little bit of color to it from the flowers, but also they're adding enzymes to it. And that's what makes honey. The nectar mixed with the pollen. And I showed y'all pollen last week, the cakey substance down in there. But they mix that together. Whatever special concoction they have that's their special recipe, we don't know what it is, but that nectar, then they dehydrate the water out of it to less than 17% water content. I think that's right. They dehydrate the water out of it. Evaporate the water is the proper word there. And once that happens, then they cap the cells. Once they, we don't see any yet because they're using the nectar they're bringing right now. They're making bee bread, which is a mixture of nectar and pollen. That's what they're feeding the young bees. And they're also using that nectar themselves to draw out all this comb. So right now, we're not going to see a lot of nectar, honey, excuse me. But later in the season, we'll see some of these other hives, especially that they've got full drawn out frames and they're not having to draw out more comb. We'll see what some capped honey looks like. But yeah, once they draw it, fill the cells and evaporate the water out of it down to where they need it to be, they'll cap it and they basically store it, and that's their food stores. And the excess we'll collect and sell as raw honey. The rest of it the bees will use as they need it when we get into dearth, which is later on in the summer when there's not nectar and pollen plentiful, or either they'll use it later on in the wintertime when there's nothing available. So that's it for this hive for today. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching Josh's Bees.